Hello, my name is Wes Graham and I'm the Operations Manager, and I would like to welcome you to the Kamloops Food Bank. We truly appreciate your desire to give back to your community and support our organization by volunteering your time. The work activity at the Kamloops Food Bank is performed in a warehouse setting and contains warehouse equipment, mobile machines, and hazards that can cause injury without proper training and education. I will be reviewing several key areas of operation to help ensure we can provide a safe and respectful environment for all volunteers. The upstairs portion of the warehouse building is where the administrative offices are located, as well as the volunteer lunchroom. The offices are occupied by the Executive Director, Operations Manager, Transportation Coordinator, and Bookkeeper. When considering occupational health and safety issues, your first responsibility is to yourself. You have the right to refuse any work that is unsafe. The second responsibility is to those around you. If you see a work hazard or potential work hazard, please report immediately to your supervisor. Let's begin highlighting locations within the worksite where you will find fire extinguishers and first aid kits. Fire extinguisher locations are beside the front door at the main administrative entrance, lunchroom kitchen, which is upstairs, entrance to sorting area, beside receiving bay door, on our Heister forklift, and in the utility room. First aid kits are located at the intake desk, upstairs reception desk, utility room, safety corner beside the volunteer washroom, under the hamper counter, and under the sorting counter. The best place to begin discussion of safety at the Kamloops Food Bank is in the safety corner. The safety corner is where volunteers can review a copy of the Kamloops Food Bank Safety Manual, WCB Backtalk Manual, safety equipment locations, MSDS sheets, and review previous safety meetings. Performing warehouse duties safely begins with proper footwear and work attire. The dress code is casual dress, but is strictly enforced to ensure the safety and respect for all volunteers. The dress code includes closed-toed shoes, no open-toed shoes, shorts at least knee length, appropriate clothing with no inappropriate words or slogans, no male tank tops, and no spaghetti strap tops. The first thing is remove any ladder from service that is defective. Lock all safety mechanisms on the lifting platform. While climbing onto or descending from the platform, maintain 3 points of contact at all times. Never lean over the railing to retrieve or put away an object. Never vacate the ladder to climb onto the racking. Never sit or stand on the top 2 rungs of a working ladder. Never carry a load down the ladder that you cannot see over or is over 30 pounds in weight. The practice of housekeeping is an integral part of the Kamloops Food Bank Health and Safety Program. All employees and volunteers are responsible for ensuring that housekeeping is a regular part of the process of any task. Housekeeping practices include, but are not limited to, ensuring all aisles are kept free of cardboard scraps, debris, and other slipping or tripping hazards. All workstations are organized and kept free of clutter. Work material shall not be stored in a manner where it becomes a tripping hazard or where it may fall on someone. Upon completion of use, all materials and tools are returned to the proper designated area. The proper designated receptacle shall be utilized for the collection or disposal of trash, cardboard, and sharp objects, such as broken pallets and box cutter blades. Oil and other fluid spills must be cleaned up immediately, regardless of quantity. Always test the weight of an object before attempting to lift or removing it from the shelf. If a load is heavier than 60 pounds, get help. When team lifting, always communicate with your lifting partner to ensure the timing of the lift. Always turn your feet in the direction you want to travel. Never twist at the waist while carrying an object. Ensure the pathway to where you must carry the object is clear of all obstacles and tripping hazards. Never lift a heavy object above your shoulder height without help. Get help for awkward loads or those that block your vision. Stand as close to the load as possible and face it squarely. Bend at the knees. Keep your back as straight as possible, grasp and secure the load, then lift slowly and steadily using your legs. Once the load is lifted, keep the load between your shoulders and waist level and close to your body. Keep your back straight or slightly arched. Then turn your feet in the direction you want to travel. Walk slowly and maintain firm footing. To lower the load, slowly bend at the knees, keeping your back as straight as possible, and release the load when it is securely located. Keep the blade retracted until ready for use, and always retract after use. Ensure all items that are to be cut are on a stable surface. Never elevate an object that needs to be cut. Cut away from your body, or if not possible, keep your hands and body to the side and away from the blade. Never place a box cutter down with a blade exposed. Never carry a box cutter in a front pant pocket. Never handle an open blade by the cutting edge. Dispose of broken or dull blades in a sharps container located in the utility room. If you drop a box cutter, let it fall and then retrieve it from where it lands by the handle. Do not try to catch it. Look inside the container to ensure there are no exposed blades before picking up a box cutter. Check underneath the object you're cutting to ensure there is nothing that could be damaged, including any part of your body. Position yourself out of the path of the blade and cut on an angle away from yourself. When cutting, only expose the blade as far as needed to safely cut through the object and lock the blade if possible. When your cut is complete, retract the blade immediately. Follow the instruction on the package to snap off dull or broken blade ends. Carefully slide out old blade, remove new blade from package. Carefully slide the blade razor down into the cover. Insert the slider piece so the pin goes through the hole on the blade and continue to slide it into place until you hear the first snap. Replace the end cap on the end of the box cutter. Push down completely until touching the slider. Dispose of broken and dull blades in sharps container. When working around mobile equipment, workers must be aware of their environment at all times to ensure their safety. Understanding the challenges that machine operators have to deal with in some situations will go a long way in ensuring that there is a mutual respect for operator and worker alike. Only workers with valid certificates are eligible to operate mobile equipment. A supervisor must not knowingly permit a worker to operate mobile equipment which is or could create an undue hazard to health or safety. Never assume that the machine operator can see you. Employees and volunteers must establish two-way communication with the machine operator when equipment is being operated. Employees and volunteers must not work within 12 feet of the load side of a machine to ensure their safety. Employees and volunteers must never walk under an elevated machine platform or loaded forklift for any reason. Operators must ensure aisle safety chains are closed when picking within the aisles. Report unsafe behaviors to the supervisor or warehouse coordinator. Report any accident or near misses. Volunteers are not permitted to operate forklifts or pallet jacks. Kamloops Food Bank employees and volunteers interact closely, often under difficult circumstances, with at-risk populations. These individuals may have a history of violent behavior, they may act aggressively, or feel frustrated or angry due to their medical conditions, medications, poor communication, their dependence on others, drug or alcohol addiction, language and cultural barriers. Clients that have shown aggressive, disrespectful or violent behavior towards staff, volunteers, or other clients must be reported to the executive director or operations manager. Angry and aggressive clients must never be consulted in isolated areas of the building. At no time shall an angry client be sent upstairs. If an angry and aggressive client is encountered, never argue with or escalate the situation. Ask the client to wait either outside or in the waiting area while a manager is located so they can help with their concerns. Angry, aggressive, and disrespectful clients will have their file flagged and be asked to leave the property. Further action regarding such client will be determined by the executive director. No volunteers or staff members shall offer a ride or transport any client and their groceries home. This includes company and personal vehicles. Always be aware if clients might be intoxicated or under the influence of drugs. Clients under the influence of alcohol or drugs must be reported to the executive director and warehouse manager. All staff and volunteers are required to ensure a safe and respectful environment. Individuals who are not acting in an appropriate manner for the workplace and following guidelines listed will be asked to correct their behavior and/or be asked to leave the property. No swearing. Yes, all the standard swear words are not acceptable. No inappropriate topics of conversation. We work with the vulnerable population as well as with the diverse volunteer corps. Offensive and inappropriate conversation that may offend persons in the workplace are not acceptable. Treat all volunteers and staff with respect. We have staff and volunteers of all levels of social, mental, and physical ability, and they should be treated with respect. Act professional. We have guests and donors coming through the food bank daily. Being a professional workplace, we expect all staff and volunteers to represent the organization in a professional manner. Treat all donated food in a respectful manner. We rely on close-dated donated food to serve our clients. All food donated must be handled in a respectful manner, even if it's spoiled and set aside for pig food. Do not throw bins, lids, or boxes. Carts, dollies, and hand trucks must be operated in a safe and respectful manner. Negligent use of equipment causing damage is not acceptable. It is the responsibility of all volunteers and staff to create a safe and welcoming environment for all persons of all ages, ethnicities, genders, physical abilities, mental abilities, and height. Thank you for taking time to review these very important areas of safety. We pride ourselves on providing a safe and respectful environment for a diverse group of volunteers and are pleased to welcome you into our organization. We hope your volunteer experience is meaningful and positive.